Okie dokie, hello. This should all be doing its thing. Hello, back for some more of this thing. Just a quick one. Yeah, so I've not done much in this. I've tweaked a few bits. I've added some stuff, some detail to here, and I've added a spring inside of here. So zoom out, and it looks kind of, it's getting there. It's getting there. So now I might want to do multiples of these. So I'm going to do a couple of bits. One, I'm going to set it so I think probably via espresso. I think I've done this before, but not for a while. That's weird around there. I'm going to have to see what I can do to repair that. Doesn't feel right, that, does it? In fact, actually, I can see why that's not right already, because that is still a separate piece of fucking geometry. That's why that's overlapping weirdly. Also, I might just remodel this in a simpler way, which is not maybe in the spirit of the nodes thing, but I'm getting to the end of, not my tether with the nodes thing, but the end of its usefulness. But anyway, before I do that, because that's not too offensive right now, I don't know why I'm still in render. I'm going to do it in render mode for now. I have this thing here, so I've fixed my plastic shader. It's becoming more betterer. We have some scratches. Is that going to render? There we go. Oh, that should be on one. Chaos texture. There we go. We've got a few little bits of scratchies, almost imperceptible, but it is there. Trust me, bro. Yeah, little spring, and then we've got some little greeblies in the bottom of here. I might do more on this, but yeah, I want to get sort of close to finalize. I haven't done the cap yet because that's boring, and we're about doing fun stuff, not boring stuff, because boring stuff's boring and fun stuff's fun. So, one thing I've never done before is I want to set. So this is on the body. We've got this thing, not threads. Sorry, inside smooth. Smooth should be inside body, really. Whatever. We've got this thing, actual smooth, and what this is pretty straightforward. It's just a lathe around a spline, because that means I've got good control over this. And I want to have a little rig so I can push this up and down. Like, this is fine just to intersect with this, because this isn't transparent, this makeup. I used to do the makeup shader as well. But yeah, this can just slide up and down, I don't care. But I want it so as I can individually either control the length of this. So basically these two control points on this spline. Let's just go into a little bit of an edit on that. Let's remember how to do that. Right. Use your mind. There we go. Right, so yeah, we've got this thing here. There we go. Yeah, we've got this here. So we want to be able to edit these two control points inside here. So let's make that more. This one and this one. And we basically want to be able to sort of set the height on this via Espresso. So when we can set basically how much, either how much this is scrolled, like smoothed out, or like how, you know, this plunge has gone up and down in various models, or how much this is used, right? How tall this is. I can control all of that. And yes, but also right now I need this bottom point basically to stick to here, so it's always intersecting correctly. And I need a second control to set the height on here. In addition to that, let's just turn it back on. In addition to that, yeah, in addition to that, I primarily want to control the color from somewhere else. So what I'm going to do before all of that, smooth should probably be inside body. Let's do that. Body, bottom, fine. Let's call this one top. Top, no, that's middle. Let's call it middle, because we'll have a cap at some point. And we're going to just parent all of this into... Oh, I hate the fact that happens. Right. There we go, null. And then we're going to call this... That should also be in there. There you go. This one's just be called stick makeup. I don't know what the names of these are. Stick makeup. And if I make a different one, I'll make a different one later. Why not? I might fix the screw thread. It's very lazy at the minute. I don't know. But yeah, so inside here, and then I'm just going to add an espresso on here. Espresso. Perfect. So what we're going to do, in fact, actually, just because it makes me feel better about everything, I'm going to dock that. It just feels right. So we will bring in, I think I can just drag in an octane texture. If I grab this clear plastic, drag that in, it does work. Excellent. But I don't think I can what values can I expose on here? Because this is like this is all the way over here, this RGB color. Will that work? That won't work. No. So, I've never done this before, so let's do... I think I have at some point. So we go into medium, right? And then, yeah, so... Octane, no, oct. Okay, I'm going to do a quick speed Google. Octane control Octane from Espresso. No, I've done no. Actually, I did last time. I did this with Redshift. Okay. So, can I control power on Octane? That's this Facebook link. Yeah, because there's a specific node in here for Redshift which does this. It might have been part of the reason we're choosing Redshift. I can't remember. C4D. Yeah, there we go. Colorizer. So what does that do? Colorizer. Shade it and put hue saturation. Okay. Texture. Hang on. Let's look at this. Let's just do Octane Colorizer. No. It's for use with the... Okay. Octane control color from user data. Yeah, it'd be good, like... C4D. Yeah, so there must be a way of doing this. Color management, control from, yeah. How can you use data Octane material? There we go. My Google foo is poor. Let's just bring this over. So it's saying, you choose Espresso, why can you not? Okay, so Octane Espresso. Octane Espresso. So yeah, how would I go about bringing in? That's just in an emission, but how would I bring in a specific? That just pipes into a value on a material. So have we got like a data channel on here I can use for something? That'd be handy. Editor, assign, common. Octane Espresso. Control Octane mode. Okay, so is there a driver node? Driver? No, set. Okay, so you super Octane material node exists independently of element object 45 ring hierarchy. Set driven system. Set drivers node allows you to define a source of data such as the rotation of camera position of an object. Okay, docs. Using set driven keys and espresso. Diddly-doo, something. Right, set driven key relationships. Let the desired attribute use the driver by the coordinate, and then right click, choose expression set driver. Then, yeah, and then either Octane's node or the Octane material attribute panel. Right click, expression set driven absolute. Okay, let's just let's just turn it off for now. Let's go off now. So if we come into stick, and then we'll just do user data, add user data, and of course one color, and that's going to be data type. What does that want to be? That wants to be, should we say a color for now? That probably won't work, but whatever. And if we do set expression, set driver, excellent, and then we come under here. I don't think it's going to work, but that's okay. And then we do set expression, set driven. That is working. Okay. Well, the colors don't match, but that's okay. That's okay. Just do this like HSV. That's broadly the same. I'm calling that good enough. So, right, let's look at this. There we go. Yeah, that's good. I'm calling that good. So we'll do, so yeah, this is going to be, actually let's rename this. So let's go back to use data, manage use data, color. We're going to rename this to plastic. Let's just, yeah, okay, fine. Manage user data, and then we'll go color, plastic, color. There we go. Excellent. Is that still working? Yes, it is. That works wonderfully. And then what we'll do is, I think if I just change this out for a float, that should still work. Float value, float to grayscale, sure. Do that, and then do that, and then that should do the same thing where it affects the float value. Floats. Yeah, so what if I do that? That doesn't do anything. Cool. Change to 0, change that to 30, change to 0, change that to 30. Cool. So we don't have anything on that float. That's fine. Okay, so we can get rid of that. And then I think there might be, is there a better float? Let's do this. Float. Hang on. Floats to color? No. Float. Yeah, I've just got that. It doesn't matter if it's a float value. That'll just be. That's fine. Float, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Right. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll go back into user data, add user data, and then we'll go add a new one, and then we'll call this. Well, I've got another data there. That's weird. Okay, anyway, this is going to be plastic saturation. Okay, and that's going to be a float. Excellent. Okay, that data doesn't do anything, but that's that. And then we'll just do the same thing again. Expressions, set driver, float value, expressions, set driven, absolute. And then that should then... Oh, actually, I don't even do... I don't need to do that at all. It's on the mix. I can just leave that as white. You fool. Why is that baked? Oh, well. Anyway, mix text, yeah, so I can just do this instead. So if I just do, yeah, amount, and then I'll just do expressions, set driver, and then amount, set driven, absolute. There we go. And that should affect our, whatever, our saturation, and then we'll just set that to 50 to start with, and then that will just set our, should do. Okay, user data, manage user data, let's delete that. We don't need this, delete that, get rid of that. Cool. Okay, so we've got 2. Lovely. That's not quite the same color, but it's okay. I'm all right with it. Let's go put this back to like a red for now. And then the saturation's very low. So just put this like at, oh, hang on. Oh, okay, right. So this is, no, that is awesome. Okay, hang on. That's why it's not working. Oh wait, that is a float. Is that a float? Yeah, it is. Huh? Why is that not working then? Okay, odd. Very odd. Okay, so what we'll do... yeah, that's kind of all or nothing, huh? Okay, use data, manage use data, plastic saturation. Yeah, float. Okay. Let's do octane float slider. There we go. And then... okay, is that... what value is that returning? That's weird. Okay, use data, manage, plastic saturation. This is a real. Okay, there we go. What's that? Oh, God. I'm so rusty. Right, so it's a real, and then limit max is 1 step 0.1. Okay. 0. Oh, not. Okay, 0. Huh? Uh-huh. Odd. Why am I being so dumb? Plus saturation. Let's just delete that for now. We'll add one. And let's just make this one a... is there just like a straight up option for... okay, it was not an integer, but whatever. Let's do saturation. Saturation. Excellent. Excellent. And then the max is 1. Okay. Okay. Set driver. Set driver. Okay. 0.2. Why does that not fucking work? So, yeah, because that's... but yeah, so I knew that wouldn't work. Add data, right? And that is a float. So unit, it's just going to be... it's a real, right? Step is going to be 0.1, right? Slide them in, slide them max, and then this is going to be 1. Default value is 0.5. Okay, and that's going to be saturation. Not saturation data, saturation. Okay, right. What the fuck? Hang on, so... octane float slider, yeah. And this should be octane float slider, right? Yeah. Manage use data, saturation, octane float slider. Shush. Don't limit max. There we go. What the chuff? That's really weird. That feels really buggy. Saturation. So yeah, limit max is 1, right? Step is 0.1. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, get rid of that. The value should be real. Right? Details. Min max. That's exactly it. Right? And then we do that, and then we do some degree. And it goes from just like... what? I wish you could just do that. That'd be so much fun. I get why you can't. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah. Why you like this? Why you be like this? Stop. Yeah, step 001, min slider, max slider, logarithmic. Fine, yeah. Okay, let's do that. And then... Oh! I mean... that's slightly better. Still fucking wrong, though. Logarithmic is no. Example. Yeah, there we go. But why? Okay, right. Uh-huh. I thought that'd be simpler. Right. Oh. Okay. Okay. Oh, that broke. Oh, that's what happens. Right. Okay, that's lame then. Well, it's not lame. It's fine. It's fine. So, set driver. And then we've got the RGB color, and that's going to be set driven. That's going to create that expression. So look at that. So we've got stick. Okay. Yep. Yep. Fine. Cool. I think maybe. Okay. That could be what it was. So if we come back to here, I think maybe because we had a duplicate expression and then we did it again, and I was just being dumb, and no one corrected me. Can't believe it. Okay. There you go. That's what that is. Okay, so these expressions, let's just do stick back expression. Okay, so expression 1 is going to be this is going to be color expression, and then this is going to be sat expression, sat. And what we'll do, in case we do loads more of this, we'll create a new layer, add a new layer, and then this will also be on that layer as well. Into our layer manager, we'll call this one expressions. And for now, we'll hide those. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, so saturation, turn that. That's cool. And then we'll just make this like nice red. There you go. Nice red, nice primary red. Look at that, isn't that wonderful? Oh, wrong one. There we go. Right. Part 1. Part 1 done. Right, so that's the first bit. And then we turn up that a little bit more. Right? It's fun, isn't it? Okay, I'm gonna go for like this pinky, less saccharine. Let's do it like that. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Oh, lovely. Wonderful. That's actually pretty cool. Right, so there we go. First bit done. I'd want to also have a control for the color of the makeup. I haven't done the makeup yet, so we'll do that after the fact. Next up, let's just go with that quick save. I should probably put that little loopy boy in there, shouldn't I? But oh well, I think I will do that. I need to fix that part of the model. So next up, so we've done that bit, is we'd probably want some sort of control over the... that's fine. We'll leave that for now. Yeah, so first bit done. Second bit is, this is going to be pretty simple, but it's a big but. We'll just do our main espresso on here. Espresso, like that. And then what we'll do is we need to figure out, first, actually, quickly before that, we need to figure this out, right? So we've got the position X of the, so actually, let's go back to espresso, crazy. So bottom, middle, we've got the, not in smooth, so in smooth, we've got the N, so the smooth pusher. And then we want to drag that in, boop, right? And then we want its coordinates, global position. Yeah, let's do that, right? Lovely. And then we should be able to do positions. A position, I think. Position. Or was it just like it'd be a matrix? It'd be a vector, and a vector. Ah, do you know what? My memory is appalling. Is it vectors to real? Either way, I could, yeah, X, Y's, so real to vector. There we go. Reals to vector. There we go. That's the one. And then output into there. Memory serves, right? And then let's just quickly add in here, stick makeup. We'll add another bit of user data. We'll call this Y. So yep, just call it Y for now. And then we'll do a group. We'll just call this group smooth. Smooth. And then that's going to Y. Smooth, so that's our smooth Y. Wonderful. And then smooth Y is going to be it's going to be it's just going to be use your mind. It's going to be, wait, is it an integer? I think it's an integer. And then the interface is going to be, it's integer, and it's going to be a integer slider, and then there's going to be no max. I think that's right. And then we're just going to drag in smooth Y. I think it should work. Smooth Y, fine, whatever. We should be able to bring in, yeah, bring in stick makeup, output of user data smooth Y. Should be the Y position of there, right? And that should send the global position at the end. That's just one that's on wireframe so we can see it moving. That's not very helpful. And then back on here, we'll just double check, make sure we can do this. Whoa. Okay, right. One. This is not very useful. let's turn off this bit. Where is it? This guy. Right, there we go. Okay. 2. Okay. Where are you? End. Yeah, it's because of smooth Y. So did I set my values for a real? What did I set this to? Hang on. Use data, manage use data. No, that's not it. Here. There we go. Stick makeup. Smooth Y is. Let's have a look. Manage use data. Let's just close down Steam. Right, yeah, smooth Y, and then, oh yes, hang on. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll add a new bit of data underneath smooth, there we go, and it's going to be, it should just be, I should be able to set a position, right, and just set up for me. I can't remember. There's a vector, isn't it? There's a vector. Default value. Yeah, it's a real, and then interface is going to be 2D vector field. No, that's not right. It's not a float. It's an integer, and I should be able to set it as a slider. Integer slider. right? Yeah, and step. Yeah, and then where's my value? Float unit should be real. Interface float slider. It's not a float though. Whatever. Smooth data does a thing. Let's get rid of that. And we'll just do, stick makeup, and then we'll just go like that. Use data, smooth data, right? Data should go into Y. And then now that is working. Okay, weird. Oh, right. I thought it wasn't the float. Or maybe it's because of the accuracy. I can't remember. Right. There you go. So we want to set a maximum of min of let's look in the right view. What it's set to now. We want a min of 13 and a max of max of 65. So min 13, max 65. So we're going to call this just Y, right? Max 65, min I would say 13, default value. There we go. Okie dokie. And then we've got a maximum minimum. So there we go. We've got that. Cool. And then, in fact, I should have just done global position. Let's just do. If I just did this instead, actually, that's probably less global position. Why? I could have just done like that to that, and that'd still work, right? That should still work. Yeah, it does. That was a waste of time. Anyway, rusty. So there's that. So next thing is we would want. So we've got the end, right? And I want to try and think about how we do this bit. I definitely haven't done before. So point, local point. So I would need to figure out, right? So like I was saying earlier, if we turn off the barrel quickly, hang on. I need to rename this actual barrel. So barrel. Okay. Yes, turn off, and then. Okay. So yeah, we've got our actual smooth here, right? So I can set. So if I did like, where is it? Smooth, actual smooth. Bring in actual smooth, right? And I do coordinates, position Y, right? And then I do. Output would be global position Y, and then that would be that's good. I do that to that, right? And that should then mean these are and then I just have to set some sort of like relative position stuff, right? That's fine. So yeah, because my actual smooth base thing is there, so I'd have to bring this down like that. Oh. So if I... Okay, that solves that problem. So what I'll do then, if I bring that... No, it doesn't solve my problem at all in the slightest, but actually makes it worse, I think. So yeah, if I do this now, that then... Grow up. Get your mind out of the bloody gutter, you sicko. Yeah, so then that sets my smooth ejection ratio. But then I'd want to, yeah, so then, oh, actually, no, it doesn't. No, all I do, actually, no, don't do actual smooth there. If I just do spline, right, and do spline, that could be even easier than I thought. I had it the wrong way around. Go position Y, and then that to that. And then if I do this, yeah, if I do that, then this should... It doesn't. It's fine. Because of my actual smooth, it doesn't matter anymore. Because that's the thing. So, So let's change that to coordinates, transform position Y. Give that a go. Maxon really needs to update its interface. It's so old. There you go. Let's just quickly just drag that onto. Oh, no, wrong one. Let's go into here and we'll just do. Where are you? Add to HUD. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. Right. So if we do position Y, it'll set the height. Right. So because we want to do them both independently. So if we brought in actual smooth, yeah, and we do actual smooth, and then we do coordinates, global position Y, right? These will both shrink for now, which is fine. So do this again, right? That will then, but then this will start to grow away from it, right? So what I want to do is I would do so actually, if I do basic property coordinates, transform position Y, and then that is actually going to set my yeah. So if I do coordinates, no, yes, actually that's fine. If I do coordinates global position Y, no, stick makeup, wrong one. That is going into there. No, hang on, wait. Let's think about this. Have I confused myself here? I think I have a little bit. Right, okay, hang on. Math. I'm bad at maths. So yeah, if we unplug this, right, now there's just controls. Yeah, now that and that go together. But if we do that, yeah, so that'll go up and down. That should be, if that's global position Y, they'll go together, right? If that's position Y, if I do both actually, it should get, as I get further up, they should also get taller. Oh, it doesn't. Huh. Did I imagine that then? Because if we set this, right, spline position Y, coordinates PY. No, because it's set in point mode, right? So that's a point. Hang on. Yeah, because then that's driven. Okay, I was just using my silly imagination. So yeah, what we'll do then? We'll just do like that, and then come back into object because it's outside of object mode. I'm rusty. Don't have a go at me. So then yeah, that will then, you know, actually we'll just do leave that, and then we'll just yeah, and then actual smooth position Y is going to be a bit lower. Oh, what's happened there? Position Z. What? I don't know. Very strange. Okay. Okay, right, so let's turn this back down to minimum value, and then we'll grab the actual, undo this, and then we'll grab our actual smooth. Okay, no, actually, so our spline. Okay, so 1, 5. Hang on. Why is the base of our spline all the way up there? Right, hang on. Actual smooth. Bring it down to there. Right. That. Can change centers, can't I? See if we look around, I'll do it. So that. Yeah, it is. So if we do I'll do this. Edit. No. Whatever. But if we do just do actual smooth global position Y, then this will do everything we need it to, right? It vis-a-vis making it come out, but I don't want, so I don't actually want the I want to control the actual point. So I want to do local point. So how would I get the point? So yeah, that's the question, right? So what I want to do is have a separate control for this control point on my spline, which I can't just like it's like, can I just drag that into? Of course you can't. So I want to add this control point into an expression. So if I do like a point selection tag, that should work, right? Point selection. Yes, this guy. Yeah. Update count 1. Right. This point selection. Yeah, I can. Excellent. So tag. So point selection. What can I do with this? With that point selection, I should, right? Hang on. Use that in the point selection, and then if I do a float, and that's a float slider, and that's a reel, and this is called Y. I should then, no, hang on, back on here, use data Y, right? Hold on. So if I, no, hang on. I need to actually look up this. So C4D control spline point espresso. It's got to be a way of doing this. There has to be. How to use nulls to control spline points. Yeah, that's the one. Old, very old, but that's good.
This is Facade from Human.
Oh, I know this guy. He's really good.
So, for instance, here's a mask here. These two objects that we need is a mask. Now, if you go one, we selected 2 points, go to mesh, commands, then subdivide in the option box, and go into the formulas. Use a formula to form it. This formula has a sine formula. So let's make an extruder, sorry. So get rid of the formula. Use number of points. Alright, so take dots. That's what goes according to the corresponding things. The index. Rid of the formula. Then hide these 2 maps and hide the mask. So let's select a rectangle, and we can create nulls to attach to these points. So let's go ahead and create the 5 nulls because we have 5 points. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and then we put these nulls names according to the index points that are. We're going to name these dots. Drag until you click on the second. Exactly. So we're going to do that using Expressive. And before we do that, we edit it. It allows us to connect from null to the node, to the points. I'm sorry. So that node is right click inside the empty space here. And then we're looking for what's called point out. So new node, Expressive, general. And the second one. Expressive general. And it's called point.
Yep.
So this is going to give us access to controlling the points on spline. So.
Oh, okay. Object. Point index. Ah, cool. Got it. Right. So. Right. Point selector. Get rid of that. That was a stupid idea. Who thought of that? Not me. Right. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right. So spline. Oops. Right, there we go. Point selection, get rid of that. We're not getting rid of the actual point. There we go, spline. So come out to here. How do I know? Do I go into... How do I figure out which one point? I can figure this out. It's fine. So if I do this and I do point, new node, espresso general, oh, new node, espresso general, point. Okay, and the object's going to be, get rid of that, actual smooth, and then the object's going to be blur. Hang on. There we go. Layer. No. Basic property. Dick. How do you set the object?
And we want this point. Wasn't shown before. Left click. And then select point in the plane. Select global position. You want to select global. Not. So left click on the blue icon. And what we want is point for point blue. And then we need to find a way to make the object to the right.
Yep.
So left click on the red box.
Object. Object to object, and then object to object. Body to body. And then we're going to go point position. Okay. Point index. That's just going to be
Position. So we don't have to withdraw that. But no, see that. So you can see this looks like that. This no, so there's no one. It's going to that change to no one. Okay. Now the other important thing, remember in the structure notation.
I don't want to use that though. Point index. So if I just do point in, okay, let's just do this. And then we just do a, nope, that's the wrong one. If we just do, be a float, I guess. Float, espresso, calculate, float math. Fine. And then point position is going to be that. And then the input's going to be whatever. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set a, this is just going to be an integer. Oh. No. Number. I need to just remember shit about this. Right. Calculate. Absolute math. There we go. Whatever. Okay. 1. And then that's not 1. There you go. So that should be point index, point position. So the object is the object should be spline. Oh, hang on. Dingus. Object, get out of here. Where's my? That's, you can shut up. Right. That's why that wasn't fucking working. There we go. There we go. There we go. And then this is going to be object. That's there. Object. And then we're going to do object. Object. There we go. Excellent. Don't know what I've done. Well, that's doing something. Okay. So get rid of that. Point position. It's a douche. Okay. Ah, okay. 1. Wait. Zip. Hang on. Zip. Oh. Right. What did I do? Okay. Okay, what we're going to do, before we connect that up. Oh my god, I've broken it. Right, I forgot I don't know last time I saved. We're probably going to lose some shit, but let's just fucking revert. Okay. Let's do this in a sample file first. That's a smart way of doing it, right? So we'll go into right, we'll go into here, we'll draw ourselves a spline. 2 points, yeah? Lovely. And then what we'll do, we'll just do programming Expresso, and then we'll drag in spline, and then we'll do a point, new node, Expresso general point. There we go. On here, in here, object. Okay. And then on spline, we'll do user data, add user data. There'll be a float and then that can be a float slider, and that can be a reel. Let's call it data, who cares? And then we'll just do, yeah, object to object, click on this, point position, right? And then we will do a user data, and then we'll make the point position that. Aha! Great, so. Cool. But that sets point position. So how does that set point position? This should be like a that should be like a matrix, right? So let's just do another one. Add user data. We'll give this. This is going to be a vector. Yeah, it's a real. I'm going to call this one Bob. And then basic properties. We're going to go to user data Bob. Yep, just all of Bob, and that's going to be point position, right? It's going to be Bob. And then come into here, and we'll just do some stuff with Bob. That should set Bob. There we go. Okay, cool. So we want Bob. Okay, fine. So that's cool. That's very cool. And then if we point index, we'll do data again. In fact, data is just this isn't it? So if we just do data can be point index. No, data can be point index. There we go. Wonderful. And then that will be 1. So that should then set. That's a little bit confusing. So I need to figure out. So I'm going to grab this guy. How? Yay! Okay, so yeah, we've got our plastic stuff done. Okay, fine. We've lost that. That's okay. That doesn't matter. So that's cool. So from here, we're going to grab under smooth. We're going to grab our actual smooth. Copy this into our new scene, and we'll figure out in isolation, like smart kids, how to do this. So we're just going to do one of them. Whoop. And then we're going to turn that off, and we've got our spline. So what we're going to do is the same thing again. Get rid of our first spline, this one here. Get out of that. Get out of it, right? So it'd be good to find out. Oh, points. What? Oh no, points doesn't tell me. Should do though, right? Can I find out the name of the point? C4D find point index. Oh, of course. Options, display point indexes. No. 1. Hang on. No. Yes. Aha. 0. Okay. It is 0. Wonderful. Okay, get rid of that. See? I'm not entirely stupid. So we're going to do espresso. Espresso. I don't like Sabrina Carpenter. I just find that joke weirdly funny and I'm like dad joke age now where I'm like, oh, that's not funny, but that makes it fucking hilarious. So, I don't know. I say I don't know what works. I do know now. Point, espresso general, point. Okay, and then we turn to point position. Wonderful. And then index is going to default to 0, I imagine. And then what we're going to do is on here, actual smooth, we're going to add some user data, call it Catherine. That's a float, and that's going to be a reel. No, it's not. It's a vector, and it's going to be a reel. Excellent. We should do. Is there like a position vector? There isn't, but that should be how that works, really, when you think about it. Okay. Catherine is a vector. There she is. Hi, Cat. You right, my love? How you doing, duck? Ah, you know. Yeah, I'm sure you could do. Oh, whatever. So, yeah. So, I will never do that again. I promise. No, actually, it doesn't need to be. No, it doesn't need to be. It can just be a float, I think. Let's make this nicer. So let's leave Catherine there, but we'll add a float, make it a reel, right? And we'll do it as a float slider, and we'll call this one, oh, I don't know, Cristobal. There he is. Look at him, fucking beautiful, beautiful man. And then yeah, Cristobal's going to be in. So we're going to do. No, actual smooth. Actual smooth. And then spline, we're going to do objects, wham that into there. That's fucking not what that's supposed to do. Damn you. Oh, okay. That gone fuck that position. Point. Why? What? Why? Go set to 0. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can't unbreak that now. Unbreak my heart, say you love me again. Undo these tears that you caused when you walked out the door and walked out of my life. Uncry these tears. Do you know some people have trouble realizing that I'm actually straight? I know. Can you imagine? Right, fuck it. Fuck it, that'll do. Right, so do we get to see its position? We do. X. Okay, that's not actually that useful. Reset transform. So that actually, that does. That shows us our point position. Cool. Right, so how do we point, new node, espresso general, get nearest point? That's not useful. Yeah, because then if we do that, we reset its default position. So if we go into actual smooth, right, because our object is spline. Points. Object. So yeah, if I do this again, lo and behold, it will set. Actually, we'll set point index by default to like 100, right? A point that it can't possibly fucking affect. So we'll go object to object. No, you fuck. What? Well, anyway, we can just let's draw a more interesting. Let's do this wrong way around. Let's do a more interesting. Let's do something similar to what we've got. That's good enough, right? We'll go with that. And then we will just do espresso X. There we go. Do one of them. Drag in spline. If this is tedious to watch, it's even more tedious to do, I assure you. I hate this next espresso. It's sort of like you have to sort of go. Yeah. I mean, it bothers me. Point, new node, espresso general, point, there we go, and then we go like that, we go point position, object to, no, it's not doing that yet. So point index is going to be 0, which is going to be, let's do this, point index is, grab that, 0. Okay, if we put that in, point position, right, we can't, no, that won't work. If I grab this point here, I've got a position X of 0, Y of that, right? So I come into here, point position, is that going to be X, Y, Z? X, let's just guess. Okay, and then that's going to be that. Just guess that's it. So now, if you hook this up, if it doesn't move, hey! Now we're cooking with. So how do we represent just regular? Is that just a math? Math? I can't remember how to just have a value. Anyway, so yeah, so on spline itself, we'll do some user data. manage user data, and we'll just add data. We'll make this a float, make it a reel, and show as a slider. Call it Y because that's actually what it'd be called. Okay, and then we'll just do this user data Y, right? Then that would be a float to reel. Okay, never mind. Reel. Fine, vector to reels. And then, no, fuck it. No, point position. Can I do like just point position? Hang on. Yeah. No, I'd have to do. Yeah, no, so fuck that. I would go onto this. Fuck it. Hang on. Point position. Why can't I split this out? It'd be good if I could split this out into. Yeah. Yeah, weird. It'd be good if I could split this out into individual point position. Do you know what I mean? I have to then do. Because I can't. Yeah, because I want to expose a single slider just to affect the Y. Let's do. Hang on. Just do reels. Reel. Reels to vector. That's the right around, you dingus. And then that's going to be Y output point position. Oh, what the fuck? X then. Who fucking knows? And then on here, that's not so yeah, that is Y. So Y, get rid of that. Y to Y. There we go. And on here, we'll do this should. Yep. And then manage user data. Y step 0.1. Okay, and then no, you fuck. Manage user data. Y step whatever. No, you're supposed to be like a little granular bitch. Why aren't you fucking more granular, you dick? You fucking dickhead. Here's the problem, right, with me. I'm a fucking moron. Oh no, actually no. Well, yeah, I mean, no, I am a moron. But if I just set the max to like 10, right? 10, not 1 hyphen. There we go. Because I am stupid. So here's the thing, right? As a fun fact, fun quirky fact about me, I do a thing, right? My mind's not wired up normally, and I do a thing where, you know, when you're sort of like writing letters and you've got capital letters, I keep thinking there's a thing called capital numbers, and they don't exist. Obviously, they don't exist because there's no such thing as capital numbers. But I keep thinking I want to have emphasis on this number. I want it to be a capital number. So I do it mid-sentence, and instinctively I just hold down Shift because that's usually for capitals on keyboards, and I just type out exclamation marks and hashtags and shit because I think for a split second I'm writing a capital number and I have to stop and go, they're not real, and I delete it and I feel sad and I really want to invent them. So there you go. Do with that information what you will. Okay, I can set one with the default value, and then can I hide it? That'd be good. So, it'd be fun. Like that's one thing I never understood. Oh, they're new. I think they're new. I think some of these are new. System presets, general presets. Yeah, so had I not pre-fucked those values, hang on. So if I make X that, okay. Wait. Actually, there's a way to visualize. So hang on. Output. There's a way to visualize output. No. What is it? Espresso C4D show value. There's a way to, I can't remember. There's a way to show the value of something. You can like print it to screen, I guess. But you know, and I'm trying to remember like the hang on. So Espresso C4D show integer. Here's the thing, right? I'm going to go on a quick side thing with on the topic of AI/LLMs. If you're okay, here's the thing: people are wringing their hands about the idea of whether or not they think. Right? 1 second.